Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that slow, long, relaxing breath. And as you exhale, feel a sense of release. Releasing tension, releasing worries. That's it. And when you breathe in a deeper feeling of acceptance. And as you exhale, feel a release of perfectionism. Acknowledging that there is a big difference between high standards and impossible standards. So as you breathe in that feeling of acceptance, you are accepting that you are doing the best you can with the resources you have. And that is enough. As you breathe in and breathe out, just notice any tension around your forehead, jaw, just starting to ease, loosen, and relax. That's it. Maybe scan your body for any clues of tension. Sometimes it's there in the neck and the shoulders. Sometimes the back of the head. Sometimes there might be a muscle tense in the arm or the leg that doesn't need to be. So as you breathe in that wonderful feeling of relaxation, just allow yourself to exhale tension. Feel it melting away, feel it easing. Stress and tension isn't the only thing that exists in the body. Sometimes anxiety also has a location. If the neck and the shoulders are where stress and tension are stored, sometimes the gut is where anxiety is stored. And I want you to feel that now is the perfect time to allow that anxiety, even an echo of it, to just melt away. As your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. And I want you to think of a time from your childhood, a time when you observed something that you considered messy, unhygienic, unclean. But I want you to go back to that house at your current age, like you're going back in time, seeing you as a child. And I want you to see the environment. I want you to imagine you're going back there, almost like you're invisible, able to see and hear and notice everything, but nobody knows you're there. I want you to see how priorities are different, standards are different. I want you to see if there is any cleaning routines. Maybe there were cleaning routines to clean dishes, clean a car perhaps, but maybe less routines to clean surfaces and floors. Just explore that old home. Notice what you notice and allow yourself to get a sense of what that younger version of you would have made of that. Maybe a feeling of frustration, resentment, feeling of disgust or uncleanliness. And I want you to think of a cleaner that currently does work for you. You know the face, the name, the age. And just imagine taking that cleaner that you now have, going back to that old, dirty, messy, unhygienic home, and giving them 2 hours to make the biggest difference they could. What would they focus on first? What would they do to make it so obvious that that home had been cleaned in some way? Would they clean toilets, or a kitchen sink, or a floor, or windows? Just be the observer and see what a huge difference your cleaner would make in that environment. And if you come to the conclusion that a dramatic improvement would be made, let me know by nodding your head. And then imagine being an invisible observer with the same cleaner in your home. But it's difficult to see the level of impact because the cleanliness is so much higher already. But the work ethic would be the same. The intention would be the same. The competency would be the same. This isn't evidence that they're not doing a good job. It's evidence that your home is already very clean. I want you to get a sense that you've learned all the lessons from your past, and the evidence of that is in the environment that you call home. I want you to get a sense that back when you were a child, a thought, even a fleeting thought, popped into your head maybe once or twice or more. When I have a home, it will never be like this. And if you think a thought like that may have been planted in your mind all the way back then, let me know by nodding your head. And a part of your intuition or unconscious has been overreacting to that thought. That anything other than perfect could feel this feeling of niggling anxiety. And maybe for 20 years, that has helped maintain high standards, but at a cost. The cost is that you've been pressured, coerced, and forced into cleanliness. But what if you did it just because you wanted to? Just because you like living in a clean environment? If you feel that that energy would feel different, let me know by nodding your head. I want you to think of a time where, because someone tried to force you into an action, behaviour, even a compliment, it made you not want to do it. When you can recall that memory, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to feel that that's because why you do the thing is more important than the thing that you do. And for 20 years, this niggling feeling of anxiety has coerced you into high standards. But the true victory is maintaining high standards because you want to, not because you have to, not because you're forced to, just because you like living in a nice place. I want you to make a commitment to yourself. A commitment that if that niggling feeling of anxiety tries to control you, force you into either cleaning or checking, out of defiance, you will refuse to. And you may end up doing the same thing, but you do it on your terms when you're feeling calm, not when you're feeling anxious or unsettled. I want you to think of this as a game. The more your unconscious tries to force you, the more defiant you will be. And the moment you feel calm, then maybe you do check. And the moment you feel calm, maybe you do clean. But you're doing it on your terms. And when you've got the outcome that you desire, imagine feeling a wonderful sense of satisfaction and pride. And that pride is even more valuable because you did it out of choice rather than coercion. That calmness will be your trigger, and pride and satisfaction will be the reward. I want you to get a sense that when you hire someone to do something, to help, it's because their time helps you to achieve your outcomes, not theirs. I want you to imagine perhaps in the next week or so, see yourself like you're someone else, confidently giving directions or feedback, with no insecurity, no hesitation, but see yourself smiling and doing it in a warm, encouraging, supportive way. Perhaps following some kind of acknowledgement of high standards that you've noticed. And if you could imagine that future version of you, calmly and confidently giving directions or feedback, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to go forward now 6 months into the future. 6 months of refusing to give in to that niggling anxiety, doing things on your terms, getting things that meet a good standard but not an impossibly high standard. And let's visit that home 6 months from now and see a home that is clean, hygienic, a home that you're proud of, but more importantly, the way you got that clean home is not by succumbing to anxiety and insecurities, mistrust. You did it in an empowered, calm, confident way. You have the clean house and the absence of feeding anxiety by rewarding it. And if this future feels like a desirable future, the absence of anxiety while maintaining a clean, hygienic home that you're proud of, let me know by nodding your head. And now it's time to realize that you've laid a framework for your unconscious mind to follow. And that very first time when that niggling anxiety tries to coerce you, you will see it for what it is. Your opportunity to get your first victory in 20 years and never lose it again. So hold on to that thought. As we start to return to the here and now, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect fully into the here and now as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.